Hi students, and welcome to week 6 in online general psychology. I hope that you're enjoying the cooler temperatures. It feels nice out there, at least in the mornings. And welcome as this week progresses, we'll welcome the start of October and the start of fall into our season change. So I hope that everything is going well in your world and you are healthy and doing great. This week, we will cover chapter 4, which is over sensation and perception. So you'll have a connect assignment due. It's this news flash on apps that stop college students from using their phones. And you will have a chapter 4 post test. And you also have a discussion question this week. So in this chapter, you're going to learn the sensory organs. So you'll go through the eye and the ear and the skin, and you'll look at olfactory sense and vestibular sense and just get an idea of how receptor cells work in those different parts of our body that pick up sensory information, and then how that information travels to the brain, because all receptor cells send whatever is perceived from the environment to the brain, and the brain is where the perception happens. So your brain takes that raw sensory stimuli and then, decides like, oh, I'm smelling a rose, or I am looking outside and seeing a tree. So the perception is happening in the brain. So it's an interesting concept to understand how these two parts fit together with sensation and perception. So I think, or I hope that you'll enjoy learning in this chapter. Let's take a look at the sensation and perception discussion here. You've already done a discussion question, but this one I just really want to make sure that everybody feels comfortable and understands what I'm looking for. So ideally, that you will have your initial post done by Wednesday. The reason why, guys, is because the second part of the assignment is to post a response on at least 2 different classmates' posts. So if you all wait until Sunday, then you can't do this part 2. So that is why I'm asking for the first part, your initial post, to be done on Wednesday, by Wednesday night. And then that gives several days for you and everybody else in the class to post the 2 responses on classmates' posts. So what are you writing about in that initial post? So what you're doing here is you can see all the aspects up here that you're having to look for. But I want you to address the question that is right here. How is the perception and tolerance of pain different across various cultures? So you're going to go into the SAC database and find a scholarly article that has something to do with pain tolerance, pain perception, and look at it in different cultures. So if I were you, I would start off, maybe I was interested in the perception of, of pain tolerance in American Indians, or the pain tolerance in, Chinese Americans, or looking at another country. So the idea is to bring in different cultural experience and influence that affects the perception of pain, or anything around the idea of pain. So you can look at pain tolerance. Yeah, maybe your search is pain tolerance higher in men or women. So there's no rules for which article you choose, other than it's an article that has something to do with pain, and something that is speaking to pain in a cultural sense. And you will find many, many articles that I've narrowed it down to these areas because I know what exists in the databases, so you shouldn't have a problem finding your article. So ideally, all of you will have a diversity of different articles that you read, and then you're basically summarizing. Don't forget to do an APA citation of the article that you chose and that you're summarizing. But then basically what you're going to do is summarize what you learned from that article in your initial post. So that's what will be in your discussion post. Then for the second part, and you'll do that by Wednesday night, then the second part is between Thursday and Sunday to go in, and you can start it on Wednesday. You can start it sooner. You know, these are the when it's due by, but you can always do work anytime during the week. You'll go into read what your classmates have posted as their initial discussion, and you will respond to at least 2 classmates' posts. Okay, so here's a few tips. Think about these questions in your discussion and some criteria for success to make sure that you do well on this. You've been doing great so far, but I just wanted to take a little time and really kind of point out the elements of the discussion. So enjoy this week. Enjoy learning about sensation and perception. Don't forget your Connect assignment on the app in college students' phone use, and your chapter 4 post test, and then of course the discussion question for this week. As always, please reach out to me if you have any questions. I hope you have a wonderful week.